I'm a mother, but I'm also the interim youth director at my church, and I just feel very compelled to say this because we just had yet another 14-year-old try to OD. And everybody cites bullying, but it's bigger than bullying, right? These kids in this generation, they have unfettered 24/7 access to one another. So it never stops. So if you have a disagreement with someone, it never stops. When we were growing up, we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have internet access. We didn't have these video games that connect one another to each other, right? So if you were getting bullied at school, the second you hit your doorstep, it was over until the next day. These kids have 24/7 access to one another, and it's not good. It's not good. They never get a reprieve from it. And I need you guys to understand that parents are not paying attention to what their children are doing on the internet, what they're doing on their cell phones. The average parent is not checking their child's cell phone to see how they're speaking to their peers or how their peers are speaking to them. And it is crazy to me. Kids are going to bed with their cell phones in their bedroom. When we were growing up, our cell phones were plugged into the kitchen downstairs. It never stops. So yes, the problems are amplified in the age that we're in right now because they never get a break from it. They never get a timeout. They are constantly being told who they are and what they are by their peers in so many different forms. They've got social media, they've got email, they've got text messages, they have WhatsApp, they have video games. It never stops. And so as parents, if we're going to take this serious, we have got to take those devices from our kids and say, no, this is family time. I will tell you who you are. These little hoodlums running around, they are not going to tell you that you are worthless and not good at anything or ugly or fat or whatever. They don't get to tell you who you are. And that is what I have tried to do with my kids. I have tried to make my children understand that just because somebody says something doesn't make it true. And you need a break from one another. Put that cell phone down. That's my soapbox. It's very discouraging as a youth leader because yet again we have a kid that has chosen a permanent solution to a temporary problem because their parents are not putting limits on them. Their parents are not saying, okay, no. This is out of control. Do you know that I have picked up one of my children's phones before and I have read something that they have said and I've said, absolutely not. You will not speak to people like this. Mama, it was a joke. It was just a joke. They know it's a joke. No. And we picked up that phone. Actually, we went to the kid's house and we knocked on the door and I made him apologize. And the kid was so confused. He was like, it was a joke. And I said, y'all can't joke like this. It's mean. It takes one time you're not feeling right and you pick that phone up and you see that message and you take it differently that time. Y'all got to stop. The mama was like, I didn't even see that. It doesn't matter. Anyways, we got to do better by these kids. They cannot have 24/7 access to one another. It is not healthy.